Hello and welcome back to the channel. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, all of that. I am the Maize Madman, but you already knew that. Be sure to hit the like button, share this with your friends in social media, comment below, and of course subscribe. Today we're talking Jim Harbaugh contract extension, plus Michigan making the top 5 for an elite prospect in 2025, and another Michigan running back hits the transfer portal. All that, and of course,
I'm upset. No disrespect, respectfully, but disrespectfully, it's disrespect. Don't be disrespectful. Those vile, disgusting Spartans, poor little bro, them. And I'ma tell them where I'm at. That vile, disgusting cesspool in Columbus, the other state, and of course, as always, I'm upset.
Maize and Blue Nation, it's Tom Brady. I co-founded Autograph with one mission in mind: change the fan experience for the better. That's why I'm excited to announce the release of a new app that recognizes the biggest Michigan fans. The Autograph Fandom app gives you access to the best Michigan content, fan challenges, and exclusive rewards for diehard Wolverines, all for doing the things you already do, like listening to this podcast. Head over to the Apple App Store and search for Autograph Rewarding Fans and download today.
Let's get right into it with the news of another Michigan running back entering the transfer portal. This time, Leon Franklin entered his name into the portal. Leon was a preferred walk-in back in 2020. He played in 23 games from 2021 to this season. This season, he had 11 carries, 33 yards, and a touchdown late in a game, a win over Minnesota. He also scored his first touchdown on a completion, a 20-yard completion against UConn in 2022. He said, quote, "First off, I want to thank Coach Harbaugh for making these years the most memorable of my life. I've had a chance to be around the most supportive environment out there with this team. I've been a part of and won 3 Big Ten titles and couldn't have asked for more. I've also been blessed to earn a degree from one of the best schools in the nation. I would also like to thank God and my family for supporting me all these years, making it able for me to accomplish these goals. Many do not. Again, thank Coach Harbaugh and my time spent here." So Franklin joined CJ Stokes, another former Michigan running back, in the portal. Stokes entered earlier in the month, but it's okay because that Michigan backfield is getting very stacked. Michigan could return Donovan Edwards next year. They already have Khalil Mullins, Ben Hall, Cole Cabana, who barely saw the field this year, and they just added 2 4-stars in the 2024 recruiting class, and 4-star out of Cincinnati, Moeller, Jordan Marshall, and 4-star out of Las Vegas, in Kayapana. So Michigan should be good in the backfield. Wish Leon Franklin much success, Godspeed. We move on. A quick tidbit here: Michigan has switched their focus back to Wake Forest wide receiver in the transfer portal, Jamal Banks, after former Tulane wide receiver Chris Brazzell committed to Tennessee. Banks is a 6'4", 205-pound grad transfer. He totaled 1,298 yards and 13 touchdowns in his last 2 seasons with Wake. Michigan obviously looking for a big body receiver as they threw their hat in there with Chris Brazzell and others in the transfer portal. Now on to Jamal Banks. Banks is scheduled to visit Michigan in January after the dead period. He has already visited schools like Notre Dame, Wisconsin, and Minnesota. So I'll keep you posted as more information becomes available on this. Let's move on to the contract extension talks with head coach Jim Harbaugh. The things that we know is that there is a 5-year, $55 million deal on the table, which would make Jim Harbaugh the highest paid coach in the Big Ten. However, that may not be enough. Jim Harbaugh may want to be a top 3 paid head coach in all of college football, which would be deserved. And let me run through the reasons just in the last 3 seasons. He has beaten his rival 3 straight years. He has won the Big Ten championship 3 straight years. He has participated in the college football playoff 3 straight years. No other coach in college football can say that. No other coach can say they've done all of those things 3 straight years, but Jim Harbaugh can, and now he wants to be compensated, apparently, allegedly, like that elite coach, right? And he is an elite coach. He may be I'm not going to get into where he ranks in the coaches. However, very high in my opinion in college football. It's more difficult than that, though, because the NFL comes a-calling every year. And President Santaono had breakfast with Jim Harbaugh the other day. He expressed Michigan's continued support and appreciation of Harbaugh and the fact that they want him to return, which has sparked negotiations further. All right. Jim Harbaugh's agent has a job to do too. We all know that. There will be some job openings in the NFL. There are already some job openings in the NFL that include the Los Angeles Chargers and the Las Vegas Raiders, who have an interim coach. Both teams rather have an interim coach right now. And of course, there will be job openings after the season. There always are. Most notable, the Chicago Bears job. And of course, Jim was drafted to the Chicago Bears out of the University of Michigan. I will keep you posted as more information becomes available on this one. I'm all over this contract negotiation, so keep it locked to the channel for your updates. We move on. Finally, we'll end it with speaking about Michigan making the top 5 for an elite 2025 prospect in DJ Pickett. Pickett has 40 plus offers in the 2025 class. That top 5, he included Michigan, Bama, Oregon, Georgia, and Miami. Pickett plays in Zephyr Hills, Florida. He is good friends with 2025 Michigan commit Chris Ewald, and he has family in the Michigan area. His mother is a graduate of Michigan, his aunt the same. So he has grassroots in Michigan. That said, Alabama is very high on his list. His father spoke about how Alabama is a great place for his son to go and be developed. He was also very high on Michigan as they visited for the game against the other state. He said that the atmosphere was electric. He loved the fact that the coaches were straightforward, especially defensive back coach Steve Klingscale. He likes that Michigan has talked about playing DJ Pickett on both offense and defense, as he is also a standout wide receiver for his high school. So Michigan, very high on that list. Right now, I would say it's a 1A, 1B with Michigan and Alabama. As far as the other schools, you got to put Oregon maybe next, Georgia following them, and then Miami rounding out that top 5. Miami, of course, being the home state school, they will have plenty of opportunities to recruit Mr. Pickett. It doesn't seem like NIL is a huge part of this recruitment, but we've said that before, we've thought that before, and have been wrong. So I don't want to say it's no part, because obviously it's going to play a part, but this kid does have a good head on his shoulder. Not to say kids that choose NIL money do not. Let me be very clear. But I do think Michigan is in a very, very ideal position to land Pickett. I'll keep you posted as more information becomes available. Before I get out of here, I got to remind everybody, download the Autograph app, use my code MADMAN, and be sure to check out my Bonfire store right now. Get you some of that Triple M OG collection merchandise. It will only run for another 2.5 weeks before we shut this one down. This is the day one merch right now. Before I get out of here, I got to shout out Marv T, who was the first person to purchase merch through the store. So Marv T, if you weren't already, you are officially a madman. It is that time where I must bid you adieu. Till next time, stay angry, my friends. I'm upset.
Ladies and gentlemen, this might be our best season ever. My ratings, they're about to go through the roof.
All right, now I'ma calm down. So I'ma calm down, son. I just don't get that all that Maize and that lock and all that puff. I just don't get it, son,
Okay,
for real.
just calm
And how
down.
the